friends, this is Katerina from the Evolution of Stitches. This is the fourth part of the tutorial for the evergreen sweater, and in this tutorial I am going to show you how to use pieces of scrap yarn or stitch markers in order to divide the stitches for the front part, the back part, the two sleeves, and also the short rows. The short rows are partial rows which we need in order to give extra length to the back of the sweater, and this will give us a better overall fit. Here you can see how our stitches are divided, plus the green circles which represent the short rows. And as you can see, we have 4 turning points for our short rows on each of the sides. So by placing pieces of scrap yarn or stitch markers, you'll know exactly where to turn the sweater and work the short row on the other side of the sweater. So please let me show you how to use small pieces of scrap yarn or stitch markers in order to know where exactly to work on your project. Just to recap, as we have explained, we need 24 stitches for the back part, 2 stitches for each of the raglan increases, 14 stitches for each of the sleeves, and 32 stitches for the front part. Now I'm going to show you how to divide your stitches into these 4 parts, plus where to add your short rows. Again, there are different ways to divide the parts of the sweater. I'm going to show you an easy one. So this is the beginning of the round. I will insert small pieces of scrap yarn into different places where I should knit my short rows and where I should divide my stitches. First, I will show you where you should divide your stitches for the 4 parts. I am going to use this white piece of scrap yarn for the 4 parts of the sweater, and another color for the turning points of the short rows. So the first thing that I will do is to skip one stitch and place my scrap yarn here. I'm using a crochet hook to do it, but you can do it using your hands as well. Now I'm going to count 2 stitches and I'm going to use another piece of white scrap yarn. So again, I'm placing this piece of scrap yarn after 2 stitches here. I'm using a crochet hook to do it, but of course you can use your hands as I said, or you just use stitch markers. Or if you use stitch markers, please use different color for the parts and different for the turning points of the short rows. So now I know that after these 2 stitches I will need to add raglan increases, and now I am going to count the stitches for the back. So I'm going to count 24 stitches because according to my calculations the back should be 24 stitches. Of course you should divide the stitches according to the size you are knitting. Please let me count 24 stitches and I will meet you then. So I've counted my stitches up to here. There are 24 stitches. Again, I'm inserting this piece of white scrap yarn like this, and again after 2 stitches I am going to add another piece of white scrap yarn because this is the point I should add a raglan increase. So here. And now I'm going to count the stitches for my sleeve. I'm going to count 14 stitches. So here there are 14 stitches. I am going to insert another piece of white scrap yarn here, like this, and after 2 more stitches another piece of white scrap yarn, because here I will knit my raglan increases. When I finish dividing all my stitches, I will explain to you what I'm doing. So now this is the front part of the sweater. I need 32 stitches for this front part. I would start counting from here, because here I would count the stitches for the sleeve, so I would have to count fewer stitches, but I don't want to confuse you, so I will count 32 stitches and I will meet you then. Here there are 32 stitches. And I will have to insert one more piece of white scrap yarn for my raglan increase at this point. So after 2 stitches I insert a piece of scrap yarn, and if I have counted my stitches correctly, I should be left with 14 stitches for the other sleeve. Let me count. So it's 14 stitches. So we have divided our sweater into 4 parts: back part, sleeve, front part, sleeve, and in between the raglan increases. Now I told you here that you should leave 1 stitch, and I will explain to you later. Now it's time to explain to you what I mean. So we have talked about why and where we should insert our short rows. These green circles are the turning points for my short rows. They are between the stitches that I'm going to use for the sleeves, and because I have 14 stitches and I'm going to insert 8 short rows, meaning that I will need 4 turning points on one side and 4 turning points on the other side. So what I'm going to do is to skip 1 stitch on both sides, so then I will be left with 12 stitches, and I'm going to divide these 12 stitches by 3, meaning that every 4 stitches of the sleeves there will be a turning point for my short rows on both sides. So please let me show you. Here are the stitches for the back, and here are the 2 stitches for my raglan increases. These are the stitches for the sleeves. What I'm going to do is to use another piece of scrap yarn, but this time I'm going to use another color. I'm going to use this blue color, and I'm going to skip this first stitch of the sleeve, and I'm going to insert this piece of scrap yarn like this. So this is going to be my first turning point of the first short row. Now I'm going to count 4 stitches, and I'm going to place my next piece of blue scrap yarn, which is my second turning point for my short rows, and another 4 stitches here. So one more piece of scrap yarn and a turning point, that is. And here is my last one on this side. So here like this, And now I'm going to do exactly the same thing on the stitches of the sleeve on this side. So I'm going to skip the first stitch. I am going to place my piece of scrap yarn here. Then I am going to count 4 stitches and place another piece of scrap yarn here as well. And one more piece of scrap yarn after 4 more stitches, and 4 more stitches, and my last piece of scrap yarn is here. So that's why I told you to leave a stitch here. This is the stitch from the sleeve, which is at the beginning, which we skip, and then we add our pieces of scrap yarn for the short rows. I think this is an easier way to know where to knit your short rows. Another way is to cut your yarn and use this as your central stitch and then divide your stitches, but in this way you don't have to cut your yarn. So probably you understand why we divided the sweater in 4 parts. And about my short rows, I will start knitting them from the beginning of the round because my yarn is here. So I will knit up to here, and then I will get back to here, and then again I will knit up to there and go back, and I will do this until I finish all the points I've placed for my short rows. And by knitting back and forth, I'm going to knit my 8 rows that I knit for my short rows. So now I'm ready to start knitting. The first thing that I'm going to do is to change the size of my needles. These were 4 millimeters. Now I'm going to use 5 millimeters. The first round will be a bit difficult. So another good idea is to leave one needle with the smaller size and use the bigger one only on one side. And when you finish the round, you can change that one too. So please watch my next tutorial, which is on how we knit the pattern, the raglan increases and the short rows. If you liked my tutorial, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye for now.